Okay, gang, it's fabulous Friday in the 55 plus. Hopefully, you've been watching panels all week or go back and watch every one of them. You don't want to miss them. On the screen right now, I have two more of our top contributors to our 55 plus. I don't even pick them. Facebook determines who they are and they give me the list. I'm like, okay, great thing. So we have Richard and Val on. And just as I had shared during the week, that our theme has been overcoming this entire week. Like Albert Einstein said, a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. So you might stumble and fall on your journey, but you're having people in our top contributors that are sharing how they get where they're going, right? And specifically, there's a couple of questions that they'll address. How you overcome being overwhelmed, fitting your fitness and food prep into your busy life, and what thoughts, habits, or choices contribute to your best, happiest, healthier life. So, Richard, we're going to let you go first, my friend.
Okay. Well, for me, the concept of overcoming anything is to kind of stay ahead of it. And faith plays a big part in my life. From when I open up my eyes in the morning, I start praying thankfulness, grateful heart for the day and what's coming. And so I enter into the day feeling confident that I'm not alone and that I'll be able to handle whatever comes my way. So as I get out of bed and I start doing my chores that I have to do before I go to work, the big event that I do after I prep my meals and pack everything for lunch and for breakfast for that day, because I eat lunch once I leave the house as I'm driving to pick up the crew. And then, I eat breakfast as I'm driving to pick up the crew, and then I have lunch at lunch. I have a prayer time, and I have a set pattern that I follow, which is follow the readings of the daily mass. And it takes me about a half hour to 45 minutes to go through that and do my prayer and post my post, because I basically record everything that I've read and the reflections that I've listened to. And I make a post to a blog site that I have called One Walk with Jesus. And that's pretty much the way I look at my life. It's one walk with Jesus. So when I started exercising, I've been doing this since 2002. Okay, this concept. Before internet, I would email myself a list of what I did, the prayers, the readings, so that I'd have it with me all day long whenever I wanted to refer to it. So that habit's been in development now since 2002. When I started exercising, and especially when I got into the DDPY, it became easy to apply the same pattern of process of journaling and documenting what I wanted to do. And I just followed it over. So when I finish my readings and prayer, the next thing I do is go into my workout room, which is I'm in right now, the mat I'm sitting on, and I start my DDPY. And that it's become a routine that it's like having a cup of coffee or any first thing in the morning, brushing your teeth. I have to do it.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be the same if I don't. On the weekends, when something comes up with the family, like my granddaughters are cheering now, so they'll have cheerleading on Saturdays early. They start at 8, so we try to get there by 9:30. But I normally wouldn't be done working out to get there by that time, so I start earlier. In other words, I make sure that I do my prayer, my readings, and my DDP every day before I do the rest of the stuff. And what makes it easy is the process of journaling, and I use my calendars, I use to-do lists. I've begun, now that I really am focusing on the 13-week program, I have documented it in spreadsheets, and I listed all the different workouts that I do, so that during the day, as I do, in the morning when I do them, I want to make a particular note, I write a note, because what I'm trying to do is, as I look at the 13 weeks, I'm trying to develop a pattern where I don't allow myself to focus on any one strength or any one challenge. Because one of the mistakes I think I made getting to where I'm at now is sometime in trying to overcome something, I tried too hard, and I became obsessed with it, at the extent of other parts of the workout, balance, stand up, suffered. So I try to do all of this to help me maintain balance, just like I get when I sit down and do my prayers. I balance my life. I make sure that I bring in balance into my life. And that makes it easy. So what I've got it set up now is that I've got a 3-week rotation. So the first week I do power cuffs. The second week it's power cuffs with the jack workout. That's my tough week. It's a longer workout too, by about 10 minutes. So I do a power cuff followed by a heavy jack workout. And then the third week is just jack. But what I do is I pick jack workouts that exercise the same body part, chest, biceps, on the same days. So Mondays is legs and shoulders, no matter what the other program is. Tuesdays is stand up and total body, no matter what of the 3 weeks I'm doing. Wednesdays is chest and back, no matter what I'm doing. Thursdays is back to stand up and total body. Fridays is biceps, triceps. And then Saturdays and Sundays are now like the flex day. I'll either do the live workout of the week. If somebody's made a suggestion of a hidden gem that I haven't done, I'll do that. And I have my list of favorites that I look to do as that. And that's how I apply it. And when it comes to the food prep, it's same thing there. I journal my food. I use Lifesum. So I try to keep it simple. To me, since I'm having to prep it all and pack it all and buy it all, I do all my own shopping because I've gone organic, gluten-free,
Yep.
you know. So I do the same thing. I have lists on my phone. I use notes, shopping lists that I use. And everything I have to buy, I keep on that list so that when I go to the store, I can always check it real quick, see what I know I'm missing. And then when I eat, as I eat throughout the day, I journal it. And I'm keeping track of my calories, what I'm eating, what I'm burning, what my macros are, my protein, my carbs, my fat. And I have my cheat days, which when I'm generally with the grandkids, my pizza, but it doesn't affect it because Monday through Friday, I'm disciplined and I'm focused. And so I don't really have to overcome anything because I planned for it. When something throws me a curveball, like all of a sudden I get in the truck and it's got a flat tire, or if the battery doesn't start, or I wake up and I find out I've got a text from one of the crew that says they're not coming in. I take it in stride because by the time I get done with my prayers and Bible readings, it's all back to control. I just find that mentally, if I'm in one step, in one mind with my faith in my Lord, everything else I can fix. And I don't want to make that seem like something that is easy. It isn't. But it's something that if I overcome that, then the other stuff doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Richard. I love your thought process. Oh my word. And by the way, in the comment section today, that they may very well put additional thoughts they have, and you can leave comments and questions for the two of them too. So take it away, Val.
Well, it's interesting because you would have thought Richard and I had talked about what we were going to discuss prior to today, but not. And I just love how God has a way of fitting everything together. But you had asked us to first talk about how we overcome being overwhelmed with fitting in our fitness, our food prep, and everything else into our busy life. And like Richard, I have priorities, and my list of priorities always starts with God. God is first in everything I do, and then my family is second, and then myself, my business, and everything else just falls into place after that. Not that I'm putting myself last, it's just those other things are more important. So basically, I work a 10-hour day most days, so it's a little challenging for me to get things in, but I fit in my workout where possible, when and where possible. They're non-negotiable, so they get put in irregardless of what my work day looks like, whether it's at the beginning of my work day, so I get up at 4:30, or I grab a half hour at lunch to do a stretching exercise, or I wait to the end of the day. It just depends on how my day is structured, but it's a non-negotiable. It's in there every single day. My food prep, I keep it super simple. It's a grab and go type of thing when you're working that busy. But pre-cut my veggies, have whole fruits and vegetables that I can throw in for my lunch, and then just leftovers from the night before. Cook extra meat, so you've got your protein for the next day. Have your water all ready to go. It doesn't have to be fancy, 20 ingredient recipes. It can be just grab and go and just keep it really simple. And then your other question was, what thoughts, habits, or choices contribute to your best, happiest, healthiest life? And part of that is my priorities and how I order things, God first, family second, and then other things fall into place after that. But I look for something positive in every day. And Richard was mentioning gratitude. And even if some days you have to look a little harder, there is always, always, always something to be thankful for. And I focus on gratitude and giving thanks. And then also another quote I like is, don't be a disciplined person, be a person of powerful habits and use selected disciplines to develop them. So, Dallas is always saying, be disciplined, be determined, be persistent, but that doesn't happen overnight. And the building blocks are the habits we create day by day, and step by step and workout by workout. And I love how Richard is such a data analytical type person. That's not who I am, but every day I do try to make sure I get 3 things into my workouts. 1, stretching, some sort of stretching, because that just helps my joints. Number 2, I've added walking in. And I walk for a full hour now, and that's just really changed up my game. And then also my DDP yoga, hitting the mat. So putting habits in place that set me up for a life of aging gracefully and healthfully. I heard an interesting statistic the other day that life expectancy of the average American is about 77.5 years. They categorize health expectancy as about 62.5 years. So you look at our group, we're 55 plus. The average American's quality of life starts to deteriorate at the age of 62. I'm 65. And I love how Richard is always focused on being a centenarian and aging well. And I think that's something we all want in our life, right? As we are categorized as seniors now, to age younger. And I love how you say that, Pam. I'm 68 or 69 years young. I'm 65 years young. And that's what I've started saying when I somebody says, how old are you? I said, I'm 65 years young, and I'm getting younger, and people are noticing. And when you've got those habits in your life, and you can't help but be grateful for what's happening with your health and your mobility and your flexibility and just quality of life, people start asking questions. So you are like Arthur Borman, and his transformation story. You're a transformation story to those that are around you. So it holds you again accountable to a different level when you've got people watching. It's like you're not saying do what I say, you're saying do what I do. And having the positive mindset to follow through with those convictions. So that's basically what I had to share today. I think a lot of you know I post a mindset quote of every day, and I do that because it focuses my mind on something positive for that day, and then I just try to apply it as I meditate upon it.
Wow, you two, I'm telling you, you guys, you need to follow these two because they post stuff all the time. You need to follow it. And I'm going to encourage them, of course, to leave a message here in the comment section if there's anything else they have thought of, but also if there's anything you want to ask them, reach out, right? Or leave a comment here today. But I tell you what, you guys, beautiful ending to a beautiful week. I thank you for being willing to come on. You guys are amazing. So love you tons. You know that, right?
Yep.
Love you
Thank you
too.
and all you do.
Thank you.
Yes.
You guys are amazing.